whistleblower. This is a good thing. This goes back to the idea of following the rules and obeying the laws. People who cheat and put money under the table, they get arrested. This image over here, this is actually Dallas. This was a few years ago. This was the largest peaceful demonstration in the history of Dallas. Anyone remember what that was? It was called Mega Marcha. And these are largely undocumented immigrants, and maybe some documented and some citizens, but largely undocumented immigrants. 500,000 people, 500,000 people that marched in downtown Dallas. It was completely peaceful. No one broke the law. There was no looting. There was no, vandalism or smashing cars or anything. It was completely peaceful. Largest demonstration in the history of Dallas. What I want you to get from this is this American sense of right and wrong and justice, and a standard of justice, and a public pressure for justice. It really, really works in this country. Now we know that not everything is just all the time. And we know that there are problems in this country as in many others. But this American concept of justice, even for the little person, it works here. And it doesn't always work this way in many, many countries around the world. Okay, I think there's the last one. Now we're at the last one, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is one of my favorite ones. You can see the man is drawing himself. Americans can reinvent themselves. You can decide who you are, what you're going to be, and you can change that. And that happens here all the time. Because we're mobile, because we're individualistic, it would be almost impossible to do this in Asia or in Latin America or in a Southern European country or in Africa. Because you have a public identity. Because you belong to a family. You belong to a village, to a town, to a clan, and who you are is well known. And here people are anonymous. You can move to a new city, get a new job, and you can reinvent yourself. You're a completely different person. We do it with products. We rebrand things. Oh, it's not that old thing, it's something new. Look, and on the inside it's the same thing. Okay, that's it on this part. Let's turn the lights up for a minute and let's talk about this. Anne-Marie and I, when we discussed this, we wanted to help you understand. Ooh, it's bright. Time to wake up. We wanted you to think about what are the things that make American culture American culture. So now I would invite just any thoughts or ideas based on these few pictures that we've seen from anyone, please.
Diversity.
Diversity? How do you mean?
People look different. The costumes are different. They speak different. And it's okay.
It's mostly okay. Yeah.
Not always okay. It's not always okay.
All right.
Okay, but
Okay, why do you say that?
because some people will, like for example, for me, like before I talk to somebody, they expect that I'm American. Once I
Yes.
talk with them with an accent,
Yes.
their reflections and all of that suddenly change.
Changes.
Yes, it changes. Also, their responses on phones and stuff like that are different.
Yes.
Your last name is always hard to say your last name and all of that. There are so many things, and I think we brought a point about how the Americans are perceived as arrogant because they believe that they can do everything. That might be part of it, but also there is a lack of cultural awareness in the American people.
Yes.
I'm not just criticizing, but
Yes.
that's if it's not American, then it's wrong and all of that thing.
Our way
I
is the
think
best
so.
way.
Exactly.
Our
And I think,
way.
yes, I think a lot of cultures do have the same thing, but it's maybe more pronounced in the American
Yes.
culture. Probably it's because physically away from
Right.
the rest of the world.
Right. That's a great point. We are isolated from the world by two oceans.
We have, free liberties here in this country. basically freedom of speech, you know, all of those liberties that we have with the Constitution
Yes.
that some countries don't have.
That's right.
And we do take advantage of those at ports and times that I think are wrong, but that's just me. But we do have those freedoms
That's
that
right.
a lot of countries don't experience.
Yes.
Well, free to be individuals.
Yes.
Individuals, the thing, to choose a career, to choose our goals, to, most of the time to live where we want to live, to spend our money where we want to spend our
Right.
money, to worship anywhere we want to
Right.
worship, and
Right.
select a religion or faith or belief.
Or
that we
none.
want to, or none.
That's right.
If we choose to, so we have a lot of freedom.
Yeah, I think one of the things that maybe I miss is the assimilation part. I think that's a very important part. I know that we as children of immigrants are very different from our parents.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can see them holding on to some ideals here that we don't hold to. I mean, for instance, our parents may have a lot of biases that they imported from their native countries. But we're taught not to have those biases and to try to explain to them, you know, how there's a role with our own here and we want to be something better. So I think that's also part of the
Yes.
American challenge.
Yes, it is.
Assimilation.
Yes.
We assimilate to something
Yeah.
that we think is better.
Thank you. Yes.
I think culture-wise, you know, a lot of these points people are making are valid, but food is a big part of culture in any culture. But for American culture, I think it's more like a fast food nation. We hear that a lot anyway. So, and you know, most of our food is actually industrialized anyway. Tomatoes doesn't taste like a real tomato, but you know, it has no taste to it actually when you go to the supermarket and buy it. So we're kind of this food-wise, fast food type of culture, and that runs into a lot of aspects, I think, into our culture. Fast, efficient, and
Yes.
convenient,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
whether it's drive-through,
Yes.
laundry
Whether it's
or-
good for you or not,
Whether it's good
it
or
was
not.
fast and convenient.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Talking about food, I think America is more rich on food. If you go to Europe, you probably will not find Vietnamese or Chinese or even South American food easily. In here you can find easily.
yeah.
I think the exception is London. I think in London you can find almost anything, but not the rest of Europe.
Yeah, I'm talking about Europe. I mean, I'm talking about the rest of the world.
Sure, sure. Oh, you know, this is quite true. When I lived in Argentina, my family's Mexican. When I lived in Argentina, I could not find Mexican food in the whole country. I couldn't find a tortilla. You've had a tortilla, right? Everyone here has eaten a Mexican. You live in Dallas, you have to have eaten a Mexican tortilla, right? A simple Mexican tortilla I could not find anywhere in Buenos Aires, anywhere in Argentina, because that's Mexican food. That's another continent. It's far away. Yeah. Let me come back to his point, and then we'll go here. I think you're very right about this fast food mentality. I think what it creates in Americans is this desire for instant gratification, or immediate gratification, or a quick solution. Give me a fix, and give it to me now. And we all know here that life is not that way sometimes. Sometimes the better things take much longer. And that can be maybe not good for us.
So we talked about some good, some bad, and